It's a very pertinent question for us because to improve our product in Blacksburg, let me put it in that term, we're using some incentives there, the Governor's Opportunity Fund, some of those jobs creation incentives at the state level to attract and retain businesses. We have an interesting piece of property in the middle of our town that a local business, Modea, is making a large investment in. It's a great move by the company. It's a great move for us. We support the use of these incentives. They're going to create about another 150 jobs in town. And these aren't $8 an hour jobs. These are jobs that are going to supply a salary that's going to really affect the local economy in a very, very positive way. So we're in full support of the use of those funds, and I think that's a wise use of that opportunity fund. Those incentives that we have in place need to be targeted to businesses that are actually going to have a positive effect. And I think that's why, this is one of the reasons why I want to run and get to Richmond, because I think we have to fine-tune the way we're using those programs now. Incentives for businesses that are actually going to create new capital in the community is a great one. Sometimes, though, those incentives haven't been used that wisely. And we have several episodes over the last couple of years where, sure, we're struggling in areas like Danville and Martinsville. We've used some of those incentives to attract a business like a call center. A couple hundred jobs are promised of the $8 an hour variety. When it's time to pay off a little bit of those loans, they're out of here. Was that a proper use of state funding? No. I don't think it is. I think there has to be more oversight in that regard. In Martinsville, they use some of the subsidies, the incentives for the IKEA company. Now, there's a bit of irony in this when you think about it. This is an area with a legacy of furniture building, high quality furniture building, paid a good wage. We use incentives to attract a company, a foreign company, to come to the area for $8 an hour jobs, low quality furniture. I'm not so sure that's the proper use of that funding. I'd much prefer, with a little bit more oversight, to look at some of the locales with strong, smaller businesses that might not offer 200 job gains, but maybe another 20. Maybe there's a product line that a new window manufacturer is looking to push, and they need some capital to get that line up and going, and they can immediately turn that capital into 20 new jobs that are paying a decent salary. I would like to see those funds used in that kind of situation rather than taking the gamble on low-paying jobs. I think we get a much, much better payoff when we're looking at employment that's really going to affect the economy locally.